And are you seeing anybody currently?
No, I'm just doing
Nobody?
me.
No prospects?
No.
Nothing?
None. They all just got cut off before the new year.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
when you say all, what are we talking about? Like 2, 3, 4? What do you...
Maybe like 4.
Okay, 4.
Yeah, like 4.
And you were seeing them for a couple weeks, couple months? Or?
Yeah, each of them, it was kind of like I was talking to one and then another one just came along, and like, since I'm single, it's just like, I'm going to talk to both of you guys. And then the third one came along and the fourth one. Yeah.
So, let's get this straight. Basically, she's not exclusive, so she gets to line up 10 guys like a damn buffet. But if a guy did that, he's trash. She ain't dating, she's just hoarding attention. Then she'll sit there confused when no one takes her seriously, talking about where all the good men at.
Wait, so, okay, you were with him for 6 years, though, and then, were there any issues in the relationship, or just like, oh, he's old?
No, I don't think it had anything to do with the age.
He didn't start balding or anything?
He was already starting when I met him.
Oh, that was it. No, just
he's a great guy. I think, because when you're 19, I think you're not quite sure what you want. And as I was getting older and more mature, I realized that that person wasn't someone I wanted to spend the rest of my life with.
So she had a solid husband, a real partner, but wasn't feeling it anymore, and dipped. Yeah, sure. Let's be real. His hairline probably had more to do with it than any deep emotional crisis. Character, loyalty, actual commitment? Nah, that's outdated. In modern dating, if he isn't keeping up with the aesthetics, he's disposable. Then she'll turn around in a few years wondering why no one wants to build something real with her.
What do you think? Flowers, no flowers?
I have never brought flowers on a first date, but I don't know. If I was feeling really romantic, it might happen, but we would have had to have talked for a while before that.
I have a funny first date
Yeah.
thing.
Really quick before I have you go into that, has anybody here gotten flowers on a first date?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Multiple times.
Michaela?
Wow.
No.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
No.
No. Damn, somebody help out.
I'm no
Michaela and
Hi.
help him out with some flowers or something. Shit. I've
You've
received,
gotten flowers on the first date?
a girl brought me flowers.
I've done that.
And then a different girl, it wasn't the first date though, she brought me flowers. I don't know, it's like a couple dates in. But first date, a girl brought me flowers. I was like, okay, cool.
Did it?
What do I do?
Did
with
it go
these?
any further than that?
Did it go?
What was your original reaction to that?
It was like endearing, but it was like.
But then were you
like
carrying
flowers.
around the flowers for the whole date?
I didn't know what to do.
So you were just carrying them around, right?
Nah, well, we stopped somewhere, so it was like, yeah, I wasn't carrying them though.
He put them in his hair.
Wow.
Yeah, I put one in my right here. Yeah.
Men deserve flowers too.
Yeah. That's right. I think women should bring flowers on. Not the men, the women should bring flowers on the first date.
There
You
we
had
go.
something, Shelby? Go ahead.
A guy brought me, he brought me cat treats on the first date because I have cats, and that's kind of what sparked our conversation. So I thought it was really sweet. He brought cat treats for my cats.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's
So he brought like.
that's valid.
He brought like Meow Mix.
No, they were actually like from Amazon, and they were like Amazon wrapped and like in a gift.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
There was like a lot of thought put into it.
Wow.
Women like this don't deserve flowers, let alone a second thought. You think a guy should put in effort for someone who sees commitment as a joke? Please. She'll be on to the next thrill the second she gets bored. And that guy who brought her cat treats? Honestly, he was just ahead of the curve. He took one look and knew exactly where she was headed. Might as well start prepping for her inevitable future now.
I heard what you said. What you were saying is that.
Then repeat it back to me so that I know then I know you understand what I'm saying.
Okay, that's
What's my
condescending.
actual position on this?
How I understood it, which you can correct me if I'm wrong in my understanding, was that you see the fact that, you know, men have a lower position in society compared to women, right? When it comes to the fact that women are not going to be drafted, that men have other, you know, issues that they have to deal with that women are kind of put back for. Women do not, you know, have to be expected to let their man first get on the lifeboat if there's, you know, a ship that's sinking. I understand what you're saying, but I don't understand how a kind action of somebody giving you flowers is comparable to the issues that men have to go through on a day-to-day basis.
So then I guess men are kinder than women if you expect that men then will bring you flowers and you won't bring them flowers.
I don't expect it. I do think that that is, you know, fair to say that it is a kind gentleman to bring you flowers. I can agree with you.
That it would be a kind woman who brought
and
the
I have also
the flowers?
I've also brought my boyfriend flowers. There's no argument there.
Shouldn't you guys be competing over who's kinder then? And on the first date, shouldn't the woman be bringing the man flowers to show how kind she is?
That's fair. I have done that on a first date. It's a respect thing. It's showing
how many
respect
times on the first date have you brought flowers versus you have flowers brought to you?
Okay, well,
so you're just meaner than all the men you date, aren't you? Just say, Andrew, by my own logic, I'm meaner than all of the men I date because I don't bring them flowers and they bring me flowers.
There's different ways to show affection rather than just gifts. You can show affection through acts of service, whether that's, you know, cooking them a meal, whether that's, you know, setting up the date itself, whether that's, you know, them teaching you a new skill, you teaching them a new skill. I've taken people on dates where I've taught them how to ride motorcycles or to sail or...
Yeah, but that sounds like an exchange. I thought you were talking about acts of kindness. So if you're talking about acts of kindness and not an exchange, and you say it's a very kind thing for people to show up and give me flowers, well, would it be, and it's a very kind thing if you show up and give them flowers, then why is it that more men are being more kind to you than you are to them? Can you explain that to me?
Why is it a competition between who's kinder? Why isn't it just
You're the one who made it a
courting?
competition because you said it's an act of kindness and gentlemanly men should do it. Okay, that's true.
I was saying that it was kind when men do this. You know, when men do give flowers, that is an act of generosity. That is an act of generosity.
And more men have brought you flowers than you've brought men flowers. So therefore, by that logic, men are way kinder to you than you are to men. Yeah?
Exactly. Bringing flowers isn't some grand act of kindness. It's just a tired ritual guys got guilted into. This lady's out here acting like rejecting flowers is some deep philosophical stance when really, only simps are out here buying them in the first place.
And I'm learning still. It's not like I'm a carpenter, you know? Like I'm not that level. I'm in marketing. Like I'm learning how to do these things on my own. Now, if you ask me about septic, I can tell you a lot because I had to fix mine last month. But, you know, it's not like I'm a professional. So do I expect men to do everything for me? No. I'm learning how to take care of myself, and so that I can also help my partner understand and learn and take care of these things as well. I don't expect men to save me. I do appreciate a man who is a gentleman, but that doesn't mean that I am expecting every man to care for me like a child, you know. And
it sounds like you agree with me then, that there's no good reason for men to give women additional
flowers
status.
is a gesture of kindness. That's a gesture of respect. It's not an issue of
you can't show people respect unless you open their door and give them flowers.
I never said that I expect every man to open my door.
Isn't it a bigger sign of respect to treat you exactly as an equal? Wouldn't that be the biggest sign of respect?
I do agree with that, and so like I said, I've given men flowers.
Let's get rid of this evil status of toxic femininity.
That's
where
fair.
They demand additional status in society that they don't deserve when we should be treating them like the equals they demand we treat them.
Okay, so what is your definition of toxic femininity? What do you mean by that? What is, you know,
a demand for additional status is based on old chivalric codes that are undeserved when you at the same time demand equality. So I would say toxic femininity is the demand of Schrodinger's feminists who claim, here's a Schrodinger's feminist. You are both the biggest victim on planet Earth while at the same time the most badass woman on planet Earth. And depending on what circumstance you're in, you'll use either one of those. Either you're super oppressed or you're badass. That's Schrodinger's feminist.
That's fair.
What toxic femininity is just saying, look, if you're demanding additional statuses in society while you're demanding equality in society, then you're not demanding equality in society. You're demanding status.
I agree with that, and you know, back to your original point of the flowers, I said that it was a kind gesture. I've also given men flowers. So I do think that, you know, there are certain things that are conflicting when it comes to, you know, feminism and, you know, wanting to be treated higher than rather than equal, because feminism originally was for equality. I do agree with you there. And that's not a point that I'm arguing with you on. Obviously, like I believe femininity and feminism, you know, in the olden day sense, is better than what it's turned into. I believe that, you know, if
it wasn't, it was even worse. It was even worse.
Okay.
Women, imagine this, like, can you imagine that women, and this is the truth, women had serious societal status, and now they're told to compete with men. It's fucking stupid. It's like, it's the dumbest thing ever. They had real societal status, and they took all that status away from themselves so that they could be equal to men who they can't be equal with. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
What is status if not freedom?
Exactly. Women used to have a clear and respected place in society, one that played to their strengths and actually made them happy. Then feminism rolled in, telling them they had to compete with men in every aspect of life, as if traditional roles were some kind of prison. Now they're miserable, burnt out, and wondering why men aren't bending over backwards to entertain their nonsense. Instead of embracing what actually worked, they threw it all away for a never-ending rat race that's left them lonelier than ever.
And do you agree with Brian and the men here, and I'm sure every woman here, that if a man were engaged with a woman, okay, who had, you know, he found out was in that age bracket, he didn't know before, that he should leave immediately, even if she had those same phenotypical adolescent, she like phenotypically looked adolescent, but he thought she was 25 or whatever, he should get away immediately if she is actually underage, right? He's doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, great. But if the same man was engaged with a woman who phenotypically had that expression who was 25, you say he should stay. How's that not pedophile or PDF file apologia? Can you explain that to me?
Wait.
Because what you're saying is, you're saying if you are a PDF file and you're engaging in this activity, you should stop immediately, and then you hold a double standard for the same man who's engaging in that same nature of activity by your own admission. So you're apologizing for the PDF file. There's no way around it.
No, because that woman would actually be of age.
Yeah, but he's attracted to that phenotype, which means he's a PDF by your own admission. And if you're saying he should stay with her, then that means you're doing PDF apologia.
Okay, yeah, sure. Actually, I could get behind that. Yeah, he would be a
So
pedophile
you
if he was
are a
attracted to
PDF
that
apologist. Thank you.
How am I a PF apologist, though? It's not actually pedophilia if she's of age.
You literally just said that if he's attracted to that phenotype, he's a PDF. If you then say they should stay together because they love each other, because they're both of age, then you are saying that this PDF, right, should be with this woman, even though he's a PDF. It's PDF apologia. You're saying that as long as you're attracted to that phenotype and the chick still likes you, it's fine. Yeah?
No.
But okay, so he should leave her then, right?
I don't think he should leave her.
Oh, well then I guess
I
you're
just
a
think
PDF
he would be
apologist. I don't know what to
a
tell you.
weird person. Like,
Why do you want this PDF to be with this woman? What sort of monster are you?
because if he was a PDF, he would actually be with a child.
Oh, wait a second. So now we have a distinction, don't we? So now you have said now that a PDF actually is not a person attracted to this phenotype. It's a person who's with a child. So you just switched your argument. That's it. It's over. It's done. Now we have a clear distinction as to what you actually consider a PDF to be.
Women lose their minds when a guy prefers a younger-looking woman like it's some weird crime against humanity. Meanwhile, they're out here injecting their faces, frying their skin with treatments, and slapping on filters to look exactly like what men want. But when a guy actually picks a younger woman, suddenly he's a creep. It's not about morals, it's jealousy. They got told they could waste their prime years, mess around, then still land a high-value guy later. Turns out that was a lie. Now they're mad, not at themselves, but at men who aren't playing along. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Support this channel through membership. You can also support through PayPal link in the description. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.